Hey everyone, it's your boy Facebook James here with another edition of This Week in Pali Football. It's the week of rivals, or rivalry week. Say that 5 times fast. Anyway, in this edition, we'll talk about some Chargers, some Comets, and of course, the Gondoliers. Stay tuned.
Hey, win on me, win on 3, ready, 1, 2, 3. Win! Yeah! Stop playing with him! Stop playing with him! Stop playing with him! Stop playing with him! Stop playing with him!
Hey everyone, I'm back with you, Facebook James here with our varsity insider, Cy Riley. Cy, say hi to the people.
How you doing?
Hey man, it's a wonderful, wonderful day. It's actually the night before Venice. You should be in bed.
I should.
You should. So let's make this quick, fast, and in a hurry, and get you in bed. So last week, league opener against Westchester, man. You guys were actually won 28-20. I was kind of nervous, not as nervous as I am about your game tomorrow, but I was kind of nervous about Westchester. They had some players, and so you guys showed up. Almost lost the game, it looked like, but you guys kind of showed up. Just kind of talk about what you saw out there on the field.
Well, I don't know why you were nervous. I told you I ain't never lost to Westchester, so there is no need to be nervous. But
okay.
they're a fast team like always, and they have a couple of playmakers. But we were fortunate to play and just go bombs away when it came to our turn on offense, and that it was reflected in the score 28-20. It could have been a little bit more separation in between the score differential, but everything's good. A win's a win, so
win's a win, and we'll take it. And when I looked at the stats, you guys were close. The passing yards from the quarterbacks were similar. The points per game were similar, and so even points allowed were very similar. So it was a very it could have went either way, but.
I can tell you what wasn't close.
Well, was it close?
Size 4-0 against Westchester. That ain't close. Comets.
Bye Comets.
Yeah.
Bye Comets. So check it out. We got this. We got some stats. Let's rattle off some stats, and then we got a little jingle for you. Okay. All right. So Forrest Brock, who seemed a little bit off at times. I don't know if the passes were not as crisp as I've seen Brock throw them before, but nonetheless, we'll take it. He threw 2 TD passes. So he was 13 of 20 for 152 yards. Kenny Klein, man, he was a machine. 26 times. He got the ball 26 times? Really?
Yeah, Coach Hyde. I mean.
Hey, we'll take it though. It's a win, right? It's a win.
Yep.
26 times for 117 yards, 1 touchdown. Max Paley's does what Max does.
Yep.
8 runs for 53 yards, 1 touchdown. And then also receiving, on the receiving side, Max again, 5 times for 70 yards. Eli Manning, 4 times for 46 yards. And then Teddy. Teddy is the dude, he's probably the quickest dude on the field. 3 touches for 24 yards, and he also had 2 touchdown receptions. So that was your stat of the day, Bop. I thought we were going to sing, Si.
Oh, well, that's not the whole jingle.
Okay, let's go. Stat of the day, stat of the day, bop, stat of the day, stat of the day, bop.
Here comes that what?
Stat of the day, bop.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it. All right, shout out to Dan Patrick. We listen to Dan Patrick in the morning when I'm taking him to the school bus. So anyway, we got some more stats.
Okay.
But we don't have to sing the jingle.
All right.
Tackles. People are always asking for defensive stats. So Cy Riley, you had 10 tackles, 7 solo, 3 assists, and you had 3.5 TFLs. That stands for
3.5.
No, TFLs.
Tackles for loss.
Tackles for loss. Okay.
Oh yeah, you could have said 3.5.
Got you. Noah Gadusham, he had 8, 5 solo, 3 assisted, 1.5 TFLs, and then Walker White, 3 solo tackles. We also have Christian and Emmanuel. They each shared 1.5 sacks.
1.5.
1.5 sacks. Big Nick Calcaterra had 6 pancake blocks. Good big man.
Ooh,
6 pancakes. IHOP. He had two stacks. And then Walker White with that wonderful interception in the game. So Pretty good stats. We don't have to face Westchester anymore. Hopefully, they can do us a favor and beat Fairfax tomorrow night.
Okay.
And so, that way we're trying to, as we progress towards the league, that can give us a better chance of going winning the league title.
Oh, I like that. Well, I mean, we're trying to go 5-0, so whether or not they beat Fairfax, I mean, it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter.
Come November 1st, it's on and popping.
It's on and popping. It's on and popping. So we'll talk about Fairfax in a couple of weeks. Yeah. But right now, tomorrow night, or tonight, depending on when you look at the video, we have the Gondoliers from Venice. And so we posted a couple of pictures on social media. Go Pali, beat Venice. And so I talked to Noah Gadusham a couple of days ago, and he kind of shared his thoughts about Venice and this game and what it means to him. What about you? What does this game mean to you?
I mean, it's just another team that's in our way. I mean, Venice is our school rival. So I know that, a win for us would do our school some, great morale. But, I mean, Venice is just another opponent standing in my way. So, we don't like, road blockers or whatever you want to call them, roadblocks. And so, I'm going to do my best to try and knock it out. And hopefully, when we come back around this time tomorrow, it is 10-11. I should be, feeling good because we just beat Venice. That's the goal. So
absolutely. And I know on social media someone posted, let's not forget what happened at the end of the game last year. Just the game last year was just like a total. It was a fun event. We had lightning last year, so we had to cut the first half and on Friday night because the lightning game was stopped, and then we finished the game on that following Saturday at 4 o'clock. Still at Venice, and we came out with some momentum. Talk about what do you think needs to happen this particular week for you guys to win at home?
Well, last year, Venice came out and they punched us in the mouth. They scored 10 straight points. And so, that can't happen tomorrow night or tonight whenever you watch the video. So, we're just trying to go out there and sock them in the mouth, and hopefully, we get a couple more body blows than they do and we end up on top. So. Absolutely.
Well, the W's are the name of the game, and so far we are 5-1.
Yep.
Venice comes into this contest with a 3-3 record. So, and even looking at their stats are very similar to ours.
Okay.
So, when talking about the Gondoliers, let's just give some stat comparison. Rushing yards per game, Venice averaging 236 yards per game. We're averaging 161 yards per game. Yards passing, 170 for Venice, 178 for Pali. Total yards per game, 407 for Venice, 393 for Palisades. Tackles per game, 57 for Venice, 48 for us. Sacks per game, they're averaging 2. We're averaging 2.2. Points per game, we're averaging 32. Venice is averaging 40, and then, now I don't know if this is true, pancake blocks per game, they're averaging 50, we're averaging 123. Maybe that's total.
Maybe
that's total. So it's an evenly matched according to the stats, and so in looking at the stats last week again, you guys were evenly matched, and so this game should be an evenly matched contest, and I know that you guys and the rest of the varsity football team are going to do what they can to get Coach Hyde a win. So looking at their stats, 230-something yards per game. How are you guys going to be able to stop this rush?
How are we going to be able to stop them?
Yes, how are you going to stop them?
The same way we stop every team. I mean, it's Venice. Like, if you can't get up for Venice, then I don't know what you're doing. So, I mean, we're not gonna go in there like, let them get 229. I mean, we're gonna stop them the same way, we stopped every team that we've played after, week 1. We're not gonna talk about week 1, but yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so obviously you guys have a game plan. I don't want you to spill the game plan. We're gonna keep that for you and the rest of the boys for the contest. And so good luck tomorrow night. And I know in my heart, I'm feeling a little bit easy than I did with the Brentwood game and even last week's Westchester game. So I'm feeling a good thing. I know that we're going to come out on top, and we're going to smack them upside the head They have a wonderful QB, Luca Diamante, Duke commit. And so if we can stop him and we can stop their running back, I believe his name is Emerson. And some of you guys know Emerson on the for Venice. And so I know Noah said that this contest is going to be like, we're going to put friendship aside and we're just going to go to war on the field come Friday night. So good luck. I'm hoping that you guys, well, I know that you guys will do your best and you're going to pull out a wonderful victory. Absolutely.
Well, this is a disclaimer for any Charger fan out there. The Steelers are better than the Chargers, all right? And we're going to prove that on Sunday. But we want to thank, by we, I mean the Pali football team and the quarterback club wants to thank the Chargers for their wonderful donation of $1,000 to this week's Coach of the Week, which is Coach Hyde, for the incredible win that we had against Westchester. So we want to thank you, and to the person or people who nominated Coach Hyde for this prestigious award. So,
sure, absolutely.
Yeah, just thank you from, Cy, Facebook James, Pali Football quarterback club, and the Pali Football team. So
Pali Football family, man, that's what it was, because once we got the notification that he was nominated, I immediately hopped on Facebook and said, hey, vote for my son's coach, vote. And I was sending out emails and text messages, and so I know it was a wonderful time, and I was excited when I saw that he had actually won. I'm not too sure if he was excited. Did Coach Hyde say anything?
Coach Hyde did not mention it one bit. Did not
it doesn't surprise me.
One bit.
It doesn't surprise me.
But I mean, what happened last week happened last week. So I can see where it's like he doesn't really want to talk about it because it is our, rivalry week.
Say that 5 times fast.
And we're playing against Venice, so I mean, you don't want to dwell on the past, but
absolutely,
he for sure is thinking about it.
Absolutely. Well, again, just congratulations, Coach Hyde. Thanks, Chargers, for just investing $1,000 into our program. It's really, I think, is going to put our program on the map. One last thing, your thoughts on the Narbonne situation? Apparently, there's a report that has come out about them using an ineligible player. How do you feel about using any kind of player who's ineligible, and just how it will affect the playoffs this fall?
Well, Coach Hyde is very strict on player ownership and academic excellence. So if a player's not up to standards or par, they're just cut for the team, and that's a sad thing, but it's life, and you just got to work for everything that you got. And so for Narbonne to do what they did, I mean, it already happened. There's nothing that you can do. It doesn't really affect me right now because I'm focused on Venice, but it's a sad situation to see what happened, and hopefully some good will come from this. And yeah.
Well, the only thing, even though it happened in the past, it possibly has implications for affecting the current team and not allowing them to participate in the upcoming playoffs. So we'll see. We'll wait and see what the final word is. But that will be a big blow to the city championship, and Narbonne not being a part of it. Although I'm sure there are a lot of teams who are kind of like, yeah, because now they feel that they have an opportunity to win the championship. So we'll see. We'll see what the outcome is. And I know that Coach Hyde is very strict about not allowing players who are ineligible to play on the football team. So, you have to think about being a student athlete and everything that encompasses. You can't just be an athlete, you also have to be a student in the classroom, and so there's responsibilities that go with that. So, it is what it is. It doesn't affect us too much, but I know Coach Hyde, he's a stickler about being a student athlete, and so that's all we have to say about the Narbonne situation and investigation. So I think I'm done. Sai, are you done?
I am very much done.
All right.
Wait, check the timer. Yes.
He's done. Okay, so he's done. I'm done. I'm going to remind you to like, comment, or subscribe. I just want to give a shout out to Gail Hyde, who always comments on a lot of the videos. And also shout out to Craig Weston, our photographer. He tweets that he loves the videos and always says positive things about the interviews. Do you have a shout out, Sai?
This week's shout out goes to Miss Uke. She had each one of her students in all of her classes before the class started She had them go to Chargers.com/coach of the week and vote for Coach High. So shout out goes to Miss Uke, and she already knows why.
All right, appreciate you, Miss Uke, and the rest of the Pali staff, parents and friends who voted as well, and students who voted for Coach High.
I'm a student.
Yes, you are a student. You're a student athlete. And that's Cy Riley. I'm basically James. Like, comment, subscribe, and we are out. We are done. Go get your rest, son.
Thanks.
Have a wonderful evening. Go Pally.